This shit don't make no sense, bro. You wanna know what's the most damning part, chat? Is I called this, and I'm still hurt. I called this. The entire year I said this was gonna happen. After telling all that shit, no, you're actually I'm gonna censor myself. You actually weren't here. I've called this exact shot the entire year. You can ask everybody here. I've literally called this. I've called, we're gonna go 9-8, 10-7. We're gonna lose in the first round. Unk's gonna play like Unk because he's 42. We're not gonna go anywhere. I knew it was coming, and it still hurt. Maybe it's because this game, like I may have said in the past, this one just felt different. Obviously, and let's just start with the fact that Aaron Rodgers at 42 is the best quarterback we've had in a decade, man. Let's start there. Second of all, and respectfully, some dumbass on Twitter, and I do hope he's here because I thought about it and I tried not to crash out because I was angry, but nah. Literally somewhat pseudo rewatching the game because I had it on my TV and the game came back on. We held them to 7 points for 3 straight quarters. We scored 6. Chat, for context, 3 straight quarters we allowed them to score 1 time. Christian Kirk was having a day. It wasn't resulting in points. He scored 1 time. Well, no, later, like up to the third quarter. Fourth quarter got ugly for obvious reasons we'll talk about in a second. 3 quarters. I want y'all to understand that there are so many teams in the NFL that hilariously win this game. I'm not even saying that we even did it to ourselves entirely, too. CJ Stroud had a come out to play party, which I ain't gonna lie. Any Texans fan that's about to type to me? Unironically, I'm not hearing from you niggas. Nah. Ain't no Texan getting that shit off. You niggas should be a damn shame of yourselves. Your defense, all time. I think your defense is fucking fantastic. Granted, I think our offense is also shit, but I think 2 things can be true. Your defense is fire. Our offense is shit. So that's the only thing I will give you. For sure. No Texans fan better be coming to me talking about something. Yeah, no. Nobody believes in that nigga right now. Nobody. Stroud sucked the defense, especially this specific game, it was generational. Generational defense. There was only a couple of times that I would say the Steelers offensively like flagrantly got in their own way. In the sense of DK dropping the ball, and I think he had a couple actually. And then not going to DK after one of the drops. There was a couple of passes that A-Rod missed and things like that. But what I ultimately will say the Steelers did it to himself is, gang, I don't give a fuck how great a defense is. 7-6, impossible. All that happened in the fourth quarter, and I'm not, you know what I'm saying, but our defense got tired and gave up a whopping
10 points.
Yeah, for those of you that didn't watch the game, that 23-0, that's not on the defense. That's why I think the guy I was arguing on Twitter was kind of stupid. Yeah, we gave up 17 total points, 7 for 3 straight quarters, 10 in total in the fourth. The other 13
was their defense.
I'm not even trolling when I say they scored defensively 1 time and tied our offense. They scored twice and we lost their game. Their offense could have scored a literal donut and we would have lost the game. Hell, I'll go a step further. Off of pure extra point attempts. 1, 2, 3. We beat them by 3 points. Off of pure extra point attempts, we beat them by 3 points. And chat, mind you, if you think the math's not mathing,
they missed one.
Hell, I'll go a step further. I think Miami Fairbairn, let's see, 1, 4, 1 touchdown, 1 extra point, okay? 2 touchdowns, that's another extra point because he hit that one. Then he had a field goal. Oh, my God, we beat the kicker by 1 point. We beat the kicker by a point. We beat their kicker by a point. Do y'all think Rodgers is too old? You tell me. So before I cover all the other teams, I just want to say, truly, laugh at streamer man. Aha. You can lie and say I was talking big shit in terms of like we're gonna win. I just straight up haven't. I knew we would lose. I'm just shocked that it still pisses me off. Cause I'm pissed off. I'm mad. That shit f***ed me. I stayed up late on Monday night and got f***ed by the Pittsburgh Steelers. The f***, man. Now let's talk before we move on off the Steelers. Let's talk about 2 elephants in the room. Someone in chat asked, apparently he's a new fan, so fair enough. Don't be mean to him, chat. Let's talk about it. These 2. I'm going to be honest. I think Aaron Rodgers, in his prime, one of the most talented quarterbacks I've ever seen in my life. Personally, I have Mahomes. If you say no, gang, Aaron Rodgers, I'm not mad at you. Personally, I think Mike Tomlin may be the most underrated coach in the NFL right now because the man has not had a quarterback. And I think a lot of people are underestimating the fact that he has not had a quarterback. And I think a lot of people are also forgetting that the last time he had a quarterback, let alone a running back and wide receiver one, a genuine one, these niggas only lost to the Patriots. Shout out to Killer Bees. Where am I going with this soliloquy? I think it's dumb to let him go, but I understand it. And if that's what it takes just to start it over, I'm fine with that because it is factory reset time, unfortunately. It's over, and he's probably gonna leave. We're probably not even gonna fire him. He's probably gonna leave.
Hi, my name's Tomlin, and you're watching TSO Bald, aka TSO Bad Anime Takes, aka TSO Sage.
Because niggas are calling him Doc Rivers and Marvin Lewis, and it's the most sped shit that obviously isn't true. But what am I supposed to say? The man is ultimately, at the end of the day, not winning playoff games. He's just not. Now, I ain't gonna lie, and I'm a man that keeps his word. I'm a man that calls shit out. This is one thing that, hey, dog, I didn't think I had to talk to this motherfucker, but he got stepping shit up, man. 3, granted, it's not always his fault, but this season, and let alone this game, goddamn, TJ, what the f***? Keanu Benton was out playing TJ Watt. Nick Herbig was out playing TJ Watt. Jalen Ramsey, obviously, the secondary was doing his thing. I fuck with TJ the long way, but goddamn, bro. I'm not saying he didn't do anything, but I need a play or two, bro. I need a play or two, dog. Playoff dropper. I understand that he gets doubled and stuff during the postseason. I ain't gonna call him a playoff dropper. I'm not gonna be too reactionary like how Twitter is. I'm not gonna say that he's overrated. I'm not gonna do any of that shit. I think we definitely have wasted TJ Watt's prime. But that's kind of something that I'm accepted, and that's why I'm putting him on the screen and calling it out. He didn't have the best year this year. There were certain years, chat, where I'll look you dead in the eye, and it's going to sound crazy now. TJ Watt at one point, in my opinion, clear-cut had the best years in football, without a doubt. Especially I think it was a couple years ago, he had a DPOY. The nigga was literally on timing. And this is a league that recently let go of Aaron Donald, a league that had Myles Garrett the entire time. TJ Watt at one point in time was playing the best defense in the world, at minimum. At best, you could argue he was just objectively the best player. We wasted his prime. That's why he's up here. We wasted it. I'm not saying he can't bounce back. I do think it was off year. I don't look at him and say, oh, the athleticism necessarily gone or anything like that. But he's had a couple injuries this year. He's obviously production-wise declined this year. It's very possible we wasted his prime. So I'm not going to, again, millionth time saying it, I'm not going to turn into a Twitter bot. Call him overrated, call him ass, playoff drop, all this. It's a defensive player, Chad. We can't measure defensive players based on pure turnover. Someone didn't even argue that he had the fumble there. He didn't technically get it, but he was responsible for it. He's a big-time reason it happened. Like, for example, if you're the guy that's making the quarterback step up into the D tackle, you don't get a stat for that, but you obviously caused that because if the quarterback ideally was able to sit pretty, he wouldn't have ran into that defensive tackle's big ass. So, millionth time, I understand his impact, not calling him overrated, not calling him anything like that. If TJ Watt was on the trade deadline right now, every team in the league's asking for him. But it's nuts, bro. One of Aaron Donald. That's what I'm saying. Like, you could, these takes are going to sound asinine because of the names we're comparing them to, but this is how great he was at least producing, if not truly what he was as a defender. Yeah, Aaron Donald won a DPOY, and Niggs was like, damn, and kind of should have went to TJ Watt. That was a conversation. So I'm not doubting this man's greatness, but I am saying we've wasted his prime. Mike Tomlin his whole name is in the fucking dirt. Aaron Rodgers, thank you for your service.
Do not come back.
Genuinely, and I don't mean that disrespectfully, I just don't see a reason. What does Aaron Rodgers year 43 look like for us? It's just time for a factory reset. I don't know who we hire. Big Ben Merchant. I think that's I'm sorry. It is just, oh my God. The entire AFC North need to be having vacancies, though. I don't know how the fuck Zach Taylor's not fired, man. Bengals fans, how the hell? Let's have that conversation. How the hell? The Ravens got it. The Browns got it. We on the way. How do you, of all of them, right? How do you have your coach? You have the worst one. They dead ass have the worst one too. Because all these people talking shit, Big Ben Merchant, overrated Marvin Lewis, all these people, their favorite team, 9 times out of 10 would sign this nigga instantaneously. I don't know what the fuck is up with Zach Taylor. How? I don't know how. Maybe Joe Burrow just has like this fucking, someone kind of mentioned it, but not necessarily. Maybe Joe Burrow just loves Zach Taylor's offense or something like that, but I'm telling you, dog, and Joe, you're going to have to hold accountability if this ever comes out that it is you. Bro, I hate your guts. I'll never admit it again. You niggas have Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and you. Dog, you're going to score regardless. Holy fuck. As I keep talking about it, I'm getting more numb to it. But this is kind of what I'm talking about. I mean, even like looking at this, bro, Cam Hayward had a bounce back year this year, dog. Y'all know how old Cam Hayward is, bro? 36. Jalen Ramsey, he's had a bounce back year this year. You want to know how old Jalen Ramsey is, dog? 31. And what are we doing the show for it, bro? Nothing. Like dead ass nothing. Dead ass nothing's gonna come of this because we're old. Our defense is old but stellar. I think our defense is actually played out of its mind in this game. They gave up 20. They didn't even give up 20. I don't know why I'm letting Twitter gaslight me to saying they gave up 23 in the fourth. They gave up 10 points in the fourth quarter. They just got tired. They gave up 10 points in a tired effort. They on the field the whole fucking game. God damn, bro. We can't keep doing this cycle of our defense is dying out there for a mid-offense, bro. I keep bringing up the quarterback thing. Steelers roster 2018. Yeah, we have Ben still, but I don't think Ben is definitely of that caliber. Let me get a different website. I don't want to be on NFL.com. There we go. 36-year-old Big Ben Roethlisberger, 2018. This is probably the last great squad that we had, at least offensively. I think this is TJ's rookie year. We still have AB. Still have, no, we don't have Bell anymore. This was the start of the downfall. I remember Jesse James, y'all. Last time we had this fantastic offensive line. This is the last year. So when I say 10 years, technically it's a tad exaggerated. The second Big Ben's elbow looks like a football. When was that? Big Ben elbow injury. Because Big Ben, mind you, to be honest, Big Ben kind of started declining anyway. Big Ben kind of started declining anyway. No disrespect. But I think it'd be disrespectful to prime Big Ben to say that, a case may be. But here we go. In 2019, Big Ben's elbow looks like a goddamn football. Yeah, this was the end. We haven't had a good OC in a decade. I agree. We have Arthur Smith now. Everyone thought that was sus when we did it. I'm mad. But you can't say, aha, you were wrong. I saw this coming, bro. Now, what's next for the Steelers? What's next for the Texans, by the way? You're going home. CJ Stroud, I'm not writing out on you. You're a young quarterback. I think you're a talented one when you have your shit together. But you ain't got your shit together right now, dog. But your defense can make anything possible. So, hey, man, anything's possible. Unfortunate for Nico, though. Nico's out, so that's going to be hard for them to win games. But I don't think Christian Kirk is going to do what he did to us all the fucking time. But, yeah, we'll see. Actually, yeah, that's because the AFC's not that strong. Texans might actually win. Because I don't think CJ Stroud's going to be that bad. Yeah, let me take that back. Yeah, I don't know. Texans might actually do the dance the more I'm thinking about it. The only team that I'm really afraid for them is the Bills because I think there's just not going to be a day that Josh Allen plays worse than CJ Stroud. See, like, you're going to have to beat Josh Allen. You're not going to, what's it called? I do think the Pats also can beat him too, but it's possible. It's possible. Oh, wow. Look, let's see. What does Tomlin have to say here? Wow, I go on Twitter. I wanted to show my tweet. What does he have to say?
Message to the fan base after another disappointing one.
Again, when you don't get it done, words are cheap. It's about what you do or you don't do. And so I appreciate the question, but people talk too much in our business. You either do or you don't.
And we don't do shit. And we don't do shit. Yeah, he looked like he about to leave, bro. What's next for the Steelers? I can't do this before. I can't do this. I can't do this. Unc, fuck with you. Best quarterback we've had in 10 years. Or at least since Big Ben. Excuse me, by the way. Yeah, go ahead, retire, Unc. You have none left to prove. Nobody unless people that actually don't like you, which you do have some quotables out there. Yeah, for the people that don't like you, yeah, he has quotables. So if you don't like him, cool, you want to see him get hit. But being a decent humanitarian, being a decent human being, there you go. I don't want to see you keep getting hit, and you too old to be getting hit like that. Just go ahead, put the fries in the bag. You ain't got nothing left to prove. You ain't going to win on this team. Mike Tomlin, I don't want you gone personally. I'd rather get you a quarterback, but it's just you're always going to be scapegoated, and people are always going to have a reason to be upset. And if nobody's looking at the general manager, everyone's going to look at you. So respectfully, you probably got to go too, because I need niggas to put pressure on the people that need to have pressure on them, which is the goddamn quarterback position, the goddamn coordinators we've had offensively, and the goddamn niggas making the calls in the draft to not get a quarterback. Speaking of quarterbacks, we're probably going to sign Mac Jones, Malik Willis, somebody who, not that they're shit, not that they might not even be better than Aaron Rodgers, but somebody who is just never going to move the needle. We're going to stay 9-8, 10-7. Yeah, that's actually the hot take. Mike Tomlin's going to get fired, and we're still not done. Mike Tomlin's going to get fired, and we're still going to be 9-8, 10-7, and go home. I'm telling y'all, it's not Tomlin. Now, if we get worse because Mike Tomlin's gone, I think a lot of people will be like, that's fine. You're finally taking Crispy with the 9 gifted. I appreciate you. I'm just pissed. I'm telling you, on God, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't miss a beat. And niggas go, yeah, Mike Tomlin's a great coach. Yeah, like all that shit. Yeah, y'all get that shit off. Y'all aren't going to learn this until y'all realize, bro, we genuinely have a good, if not great, defense. The roster isn't even objectively bad. We just don't know how to score the football. We don't know how to score early in games. We don't know how to score late in games. We'll be worse about it. Oh, no. Gun to my head. We'll be obviously a worse team, but I think our record, I can see the record going 9-8, 10-7. I can see it. Who the fuck do you even hire as this replacement? Oh. Yeah, see. That's the fun part with NFL fans. We say fire this guy, fire that guy. We have no idea. We don't know. We're just talking. We go, get John Harbaugh, the guy that got fired for blowing leads with a franchise quarterback in a Super Bowl roster. Yeah, that makes sense. That's the guy. Hey, you got a coach that can't win the big one. You know what we should do? Hire a coach that doesn't win the big one. Hell, for the love of God, what y'all really don't know, because you're Lamar fans, not Ravens fans, nor from the DMV, it's my Lord. Y'all know John was going to lose his job, and then Lamar Jackson just happened to save it, right? I don't know if y'all know that. I don't know if that hasn't clicked in y'all brains. That nigga didn't make the Halls for 3 straight years. That nigga didn't make the Halls for 3 straight years. This nigga, Lamar, come through. They start making the playoffs, not winning in the big one. Now it's Mr. Blown Leads. But prior to, he wasn't winning. Everyone knows that. Y'all don't act like it. For everyone to be so smart, you act retarded. For everyone to be so smart, we act stupid. For everyone to be smart, we really act dumb. Pete Carroll. All right, we're trolling. If Pete Carroll touches my friend. I know he's trolling. I'm not even mad. If Pete Carroll touches my fucking organization, bro, I'm going to lose all my bro. I'm going to literally be gone, bro. I'm going to literally be gone. Mike McDaniel, that's not the worst thing, but I don't think he's not like, I don't think Mike McDaniel is respected by like other NFL minds, which is crazy. I don't think he's bad. I think Tua sucks. I'm sorry. But I think Tua's shit more than Mike McDaniel. But I mean, he has the nerd neck look, he's a small guy, all this other stuff. I just don't think the league takes him seriously, but I think he's I don't think he's ass. Brian Dable, what the No. You see how all these coaches sound significantly worse than Mike Tomlin, by the way? You see how all these coaches y'all are naming sound significantly worse than Mike Tomlin? Significantly worse. Kevin Stefanski, let's just bring the Browns coach in. Yeah, that'll be great. You know what's crazy? He's not even ass, but oh my God, I don't want him to just move across the hall. Kyle Shanahan gets fired. All right, we got to look. I'm pulling up the other takes, but I'll pull up the other team so we can speed run that and move on. I'm going to just be blunt. If Kyle Shanahan gets fired, the Niners are the dumbest franchise in all of history. I'm not even going to disrespect the idea that you think he would possibly get fired. But my Lord, there shouldn't be a universe that nigga gets fired. He can leave whenever the he wants. Kyle Shanahan getting fired, genuine incompetency and stupidity. No, that's not happening. No. It's like saying Sean McVay's going to lose his job. Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, them niggas, if they want to leave, they leave. They're not anywhere near fireable. Kyle Shanahan's winning with WR3s and linebacker 4s. Remember earlier, the one take that I was wrong about was I don't think the Niners are going to be that good because they lost all their top-end talent to Denver defensively outside of Fred Warner, who then got hurt. CMC, I don't trust to stay healthy. Unironically, he's been the one guy to stay healthy, but Kittle goes down. And I just mentioned Fred. Brandon Ayuk has his own shit going on, and then he goes down. Jawan goes down. All these injuries to the team. It was poised for my take to look correct entirely. Kyle Shanahan said, fuck it. You put on this jersey, you Paul. And they took out the Super Bowl champs. Yeah. Talking about this briefly, because this is all I really got to say. Textbook coach diff. Textbook coach diff. Prior to this game, chat reminded me Brock wasn't even there. Textbook coach diff. Nick Sirianni's not good, in my opinion. He's really not that great to me. But more importantly, Kyle Shanahan remind you that, hey, we can fall in love with McVay. He might still be head honcho. I do actually think McVay got it, but this guy is all time. All-time coach. Someone in chat brought up him getting fired. I'm really not trying to make fun of niggas, but no, that is a level of stupidity that I wouldn't even fathom. As far as watching the game, it kind of felt bad seeing Jalen Hurts probably get scapegoated or made fun of for 160 yards, because I'm going to be very honest with y'all. Jalen Hurts got sold this game. Be honest. Anybody getting the Jalen Hurts shit off, that's not the game for it. You're just looking at numbers. Anybody getting the Jalen shit off, Hurts, no. That nigga was hitting people in the hands. That nigga was hitting A.J. Brown in the hands. That nigga hit Devonta a couple times in the hands. And that nigga was hitting people in the hands. He got sold. Now, niggas are going to call him sorry because the numbers aren't there. Cool. Shout out to my chat. I only seen one person in chat say that it was Hurts. That nigga didn't have a bad game at all. He hit motherfuckers in their hands, and niggas aren't catching the ball. And we're talking about a wideout who 2 years ago, top 5 in the world. He's complaining about not getting the ball. He gets the ball, doesn't catch it. Then his coach, he's going to tell him off mid-game because that's what the opposition team needs to see. So it's just a dumpster fire. I'm glad the Eagles got put out their fucking misery, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad they out because this shit was getting crazy. This shit was getting a little embarrassing, dog. I'm not gonna lie. Pass concept horrible. Hold on, let me fix my goddamn light. They ran 28% hit try. Yeah, we can talk about concepts and all this stuff too. I don't think Nick Sirianni's good. I think we all agree there. So yeah, this was just Coach Diff of hell. Unironically, people are going to come for the quarterback because this is the natural thing for fans to do. This is not a quarterback issue here, in my opinion. Purdy even tried to give you the game if you want to talk quarterbacks. My thing with this game is, so when are y'all going to admit they're good? Jordan, appreciate the gifted. When are y'all going to admit they're good? I'm not saying they put Ultra Lord Rod the ass. They only scored 16, but they gave up 3. And I'm going to be blunt. I told y'all, if a team consistently beats bad teams, blows out bad teams, that doesn't also make them a bad team. That math doesn't math. And now we just playing a game of they either win the Super Bowl or frauds. You know what I mean? Like it's they can't win. They either win the Super Bowl or they're frauds. It's just nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do to convince you niggas that they're a good football team. Do I think that they should be winning the Super Bowl in a year where we didn't expect them to even make it this far? No. They do awesome sauce, but dog, what the fuck? They keep winning. They keep winning. Now, the Chargers, I would say hang your head high, but I'm going to be honest. I feel like this is a domino of something that is genuinely scary. Come here for a second, pal. I think y'all know this better than me. We've seen this episode before. Good quarterback. I would say, for the most part, good coach in there. I don't think he's the best. I don't think he's the worst. I think he's good. Good quarterback, good coach. But, you just can't block for him. Joe Alt went down. Slater went down, obviously. Maybe that's supposed to be fixed. Then, the receivers, they're pretty young. Give them time. Running back, give him time. But I ain't going to lie. It seems like we're going to be in this vortex with the Chargers of there's somebody that's really good. For some reason, it's just not going to happen. I've seen this episode before. Lions fans, where you at? Vikings fans, where you at? It sounds ridiculous because all it is the what if of blanks are healthy, we're good, mud. But I've seen this episode before. Y'all niggas got the unlucky. I think you niggas about to be dangerously unlucky. I'm just going to say it. I just think you niggas about to be dangerously unlucky. Not too much of Herbo. Did you hear me slander Herb? I ain't slander Herb. I said he was good. I think Herb's a damn good quarterback. I think there's not, I don't even think there's 10 teams that's not going to sit there and tell you they'd rather have their guy than Herb. Not even close. The lad been kind of mid all season. Tell me about it. I had him on my fucking fantasy. I just think that you niggas might be the new unlucky-ass team that can't get it done. I've seen this episode several times. We already talked about the Bears and the Packers in the past. I doubt it made the channel, though, but long story less long, the Hood wanted the Bears to win, and they did. Round of applause. I was getting that motherfucking rod, and then Caleb Williams just said, nah, I'd win. And that's kind of like exactly what I'm talking about, again, with my chat. Do I think Caleb Williams is perfect? Literally, no. But when y'all say he's mid, that's where I'm like, are we watching the same guy? Yes, he's not throw top 5, but Caleb Williams has that, I hate to sound ooga booga, but the nigga turns on the clutch gene when it's time to turn on the clutch gene. I trust Caleb Williams at late in games. I told y'all niggas that. And he dropped fucking 25 on the Packers. Now, sure, Micah wasn't there, Packers fans. We understand that. Yep, it's not the best. Y'all realize we've had an injury excuse for every team this entire playoff run, right? You can only play who's in front of you. You genuinely can only play with who's in front of you. That's why I resonate with Patriots fans, even though they're fucking annoying. Because like, what do y'all want them to do? Literally, they would have to be undefeated for y'all to respect them. Literally, we could play what if for every game in every situation for every team ever. We have to talk about what we see on the field. And what we see on the field is Caleb Williams started the game rather shaky, for sure. Nobody's denying 6 points in 3 quarters. In fact, I hold that more valuable than probably all of you combined, because I think being clutch is somewhat overrated in contrast to, hey, gang, just don't be in that shit situation to begin with. But regardless of it, it's never bad to be clutch. And when I looked at Caleb Williams, I look at the talent. I realized he has talent. I don't know how Chat didn't, but that's besides the point. I definitely was like, yo, this is a quarterback I trust in late games all the time. Y'all niggas said it was mid. I don't know if y'all still standing on that. Power to you if you are. Again, I think that's just win the Super Bowl or your ass takes out of there. But yeah, the hood wanted the Bears to win, and they did. Rams Panthers. I didn't share with y'all. I shared with my IRLs. I said, watch this. My IRLs, true story, gospel story. That if they watching this video, they'll tell you. I told them niggas, I'm watching this game. They were playing 2K. It was like, I'm not watching this game. This is going to be ass whooping. I said, bro, it's football. Anything can happen. Watch the fucking game. It was like, nah, this ain't going to be it. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, this is arguably the best game that we saw yet. It was a fantastic game the entire time. But because people were just like, oh, they're a negative record, yada, 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 they're not going to do shit. What I found the funniest thing about it, though, is genuinely speaking, chat, the Panthers low-key should have won the game. They had it. Y'all had it twice. It was when Bryce finally did throw that pick. And fuck. It was a wow. I'm trying to remember it, but y'all were in the red zone. Fuck. I can't remember exactly the sequence, but y'all should have had. I cannot remember it, but I can't remember it on the dot. But it was like y'all literally misfilled. Thank you. I was like y'all were right there, and something went the fuck wrong. But I'm hot and mad and all this other stuff. I can't fucking remember what I was about to say. But it genuinely felt several times. Y'all had the game. Y'all gave it to the better team, and it felt like, hey. So to start it off, I'm not gonna lie, especially in the beginning of the game when y'all went for it on 4th, I believe twice, it felt like y'all played like y'all felt y'all didn't have a chance. Then y'all just started playing naturally, and the game flipped on its head. But then at some point, it felt like y'all just let the Rams hang around too long, and the entire world knows the Rams are better than y'all, and that kind of just did you dirty. Yeah, the defensive coordinator. Yeah. Y'all are bringing up a good point, too. Yeah, the defense at some point was playing a we can't lose defense, let me back up defense, and all it took was Parkinson. All it took was that. All it took was that. Because y'all were literally like playing a little scary. Kind of like what I was saying y'all did in the first defensively. I'll give y'all that, chat. Now I'm really thinking about it. What happened in the first quarter with y'all kind of translated to your defense in the fourth quarter. Your offense wasn't perfect either, but I don't want to just sit there and make up a play. I'm going to rewatch the fourth quarter to remind myself what I was talking about. But I think maybe it was just the field goal. But now, y'all bring up a good point as well. The defense, y'all kind of played scary in the fourth, the same way your offense played scary in the first, or played desperate in the first, I should say. And it just added up. If y'all played this game with even a bit more confidence, y'all might have actually done it. Jags Bills was fun. I don't think that needs to be said. I mean, look at the goddamn scoreboard. Everyone thought this would be the best game, and it, again, arguably was. A lot of these wildcard games were really good. All-time tush push. All-time tush push. But my takeaway from this game is simple. We don't have too much of a yap here. Just so we can move on to other things, chat. Two things. One, Trevor Lawrence, you're not ass fire awesome, but I told y'all I'm not buying into the stock that Trevor Lawrence is this top 5, top 10 guy based on a couple of games. Unfortunately, that seems to be something that I still have to die on. I can't do it. I told y'all I wasn't going to hop on the bandwagon. I'm not going to look like a fake fan. I'm still sus. I'm still sus. And there you go. It kind of proved itself. But he wasn't ass. He's better than what I thought he would be, but he's still not sunshine's here, greatness got. Type shit. Trevor literally looks the same. He just has a defense and a run game. I don't see this like Super Saiyan Trevor Lawrence that a lot of people were calling. Two, and more importantly, much more casual take, but easy to track. Kind of what I said about why I think Josh Allen is going to be a problem outside of him being LOL Josh Allen, but he's not going to give you the game. You're going to have to beat him. He's not going to give you the game. And you could look at it statistically. You could watch the game and see how methodically he wasn't lighting up the scoreboard in the most Josh Allen 45-point way. Boy threw for a touchdown, ran in for a touchdown. But he not gonna sit there and give you the fucking game. He's not. You're gonna have to beat the Bills. The Bills aren't gonna beat themselves. You're gonna have to beat the Bills, and that's my concern with pretty much every other team remaining in the AFC. I know the Texans defense can show up and play the Bills. Can C.J. Stroud not drop 3 fucking snaps? Or if it's on the center, because I think one of them was on the center. Or can they be in sync and not have those fuck ups? Can what's it called? Can who's the other teams remaining? Let me just go back. Can the Patriots, I'm not gonna lie, show that okay, we are like that against a good team and keep up with Josh Allen when y'all start scoring and he starts responding? Because other than that, niggas about to get the fuck out of here. Denver in its own thing. Whew. It's Bills Broncos. Oh, are the Bills the lower seed? I was talking about in general, but nah, damn, Denver is the lowest seed. Huh. Didn't know that. But as far as Denver goes, hey, same shit. I ain't gonna lie. We know the Denver defense is real. Bo, Josh ain't giving you that game. I'm not saying they're the favorite. I'm just saying how every team has their win conditions or whatever the case may be. Broncos and Texans are cut from the same cloth. The Patriots, I think they've already overachieved. But people are calling them mid, and I think that's ridiculous. And the Bills, I just think the Bills aren't going to believe, I was reading the chat. The Bills just aren't going to beat themselves. That's my thing. If we can get that from any of these remaining teams, cool. The reason why I don't want to call the Bills the favorite, even though I just have that much belief in Josh Allen, is because, and let's just call the shit for what it is, chat. All of this is just Josh Allen is a great quarterback, so I expect him to win. I think it's somewhat unfair that, like, on one hand, we are like, yo, Josh Allen diff plus ratio, so you got to get this done. But at the same time, we can acknowledge that the defense is cool, the coach is cool, James Cook's fire, the receivers are cool, the offensive line is cool, all these other things. We picked the Bills because of Josh Allen, but if Josh Allen loses, it's all his fault. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of fucked. Because it's a win-win and a lose-lose, right? So it's a weird situation for Buffalo. But, only time will tell what actually happens. As far as the NFC goes, I'm going to be blunt. I got the boring picks, man. No Lamar, no Burrow, no Mahomes. It's his to win. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Even the way you phrase it, it's his to win right since he's so good. As if, one, he's not of the caliber of Joe Burrow, Lamar, and Mahomes. And then, two, as if he has like this all-world roster around him. It's very disingenuous. It's like you're setting him up if he doesn't win, he's now ass or it's all his fault. But outside of James Cook, y'all don't even love 90% of the roster. y'all don't even love 90% of the roster. You niggas like James Cook and Josh Allen. We cannot sit there and say this the same Bills defense that it was years ago. Simultaneously, we can't sit there. We damn sure don't think it's the same wide receivers. So it's like, that's a lose-lose. At the same time, what I think a lot of Josh Allen fans are doing, and that's why I call the situation weird, is because they acknowledge that their roster isn't good and it's just Josh Allen. They're like, damn, bro, so leave him alone. But then you pick Josh Allen to win the game. So it's like, well, shit, you can't have your cake and eat it too. If you're going to call the roster sorry and it's just two guys, then damn it, say the two guys are going to lose eventually. You can't say that James Cook and Josh Allen dolo and then be mad when niggas call them. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very weird situation. I just think no matter what, people are going to be stupid about it. As far as the NFC goes, I played the soundboard already, not going to do it again. I got the boring picks. I think this is where the Niners fall. Mike McDonald's a damn good coach. Not only that, the Seattle Seahawks are just, playing that level football. I think it's just too many third stringers going against the Seattle Seahawks. I don't think I'm making a crazy take here. I think that's a very safe take to make. If the Niners do it, the Niners do it. But we got FS 3s and 4s, linebacker 4s and 5s. Shit, we don't even know if someone else is gonna get hurt. Knock wood. Versus CMC, Purdy, and a Dream. They don't even have Kittle next game. Shout out to George Kittle. It's just too much. I was already wrong about the Niners. I guess I'll keep being wrong about them if they continue to win, but it's no disrespect anymore. I, again, acknowledge I was wrong, but I just can't see it. And then as far as the Bears-Rams go, I think it's very respectable to say, hey, Caleb, unless you come out the gate swinging, the Rams are not going to give you the Packers game, dog. The Rams are not going to do it. They're not going to do it. I'm sorry. They not them. They are not them. Jordan Love was giving you boys fits. What the fuck Stafford might do? Motherfucking Romeo Dobbs and Josh Jacobs was out that motherfucker. What you think Kyron Williams and Devontae Adams and goddamn Puka gonna do? Rams play the same way as the Panthers. I think the Rams got very, very, very caught off to a very game Panthers. I don't look at them as just being straight ass. You know what I mean? I think the Rams can definitely play better football than that. And even then, the football they played was good enough. I'm terrified for the Bears here. Anything's possible. It's football. Love the sport. But yeah, I have the boring picks in the NFC. The AFC, gun to my head, I think that the Denver Broncos are going to make the AFC boring as shit and just win. But I wouldn't be any surprised if the Bills do it. I'm back and forth on the Bills-Broncos. I do think that the Patriots win against Houston. I do think the Patriots do it. If the Texans defense just says, fuck you, we're really all time, that happens. But I do think the Patriots actually go on to the conference championship. Broncos, Bills, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. I hate to be that guy. I don't fucking know. On one hand, I want to say, yo, Josh Allen's just going to win. On the other hand, I want to say, yo, bro, the Broncos are better at every position but quarterback and running back. So, hey, I don't know. And definitely a coach. Sean Payton is way better, at least right now, than Sean McDermott. Like, every fiber of my being wants to say Denver, but Josh Allen is that special of a quarterback. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know who you think is going to happen, what you think is going to happen. All I know for certain is my Steelers are out, and I can now actually enjoy football because I'm tired of them niggas, bro. If Mike Tomlin gets fired, we'll fire up a stream or whatever the case may be and talk about that. But this has been the Slept On Stage. Take care. Stay blessed. Right? See, y'all are telling me he got fired, but then this is like a rage bait one saying he got extended. This obviously isn't real. It's fucking ghetto Gronk, dog, followed by Centel. Yeah, so how do you guys get Centelled? I'm not gonna lie. It happened to me one time while I was driving and I didn't check. How do you guys get fucking cooked? Because some of you niggas will see this shit be like, oh, wow, the ghetto Gronk's tweet got you to believe that shit? Let's see. Where do y'all see this? Hold on. This nigga Zach Taylor's trending. How the f does he have his job, bro? Okay. For those that don't understand why I'm sad, we're cooked. That's just how I feel. I can't. We're cooked. For those that don't understand why I feel this way, let me just be clear. Okay, I get it. I truly do. It's been too many years. We're talking about a decade, no playoff wins. You just put up 6 points. People are using you as the scapegoat, or it's actually your fault. I understand it. You gotta go. I understand why he would want to leave rather than us firing him, because retrospectively, we ain't gave the man a quarterback, and we're out this motherfucker making the playoffs every season. And when it's all said and done, when this man retires, y'all are going to be like, damn, okay, look, it had a couple of mid runs because of it, but in hindsight, the nigga never lost. What the f? Like, that's crazy. It's a crazy feat. Unfortunately, it built frustration with the fandom because we ultimately could not win the big one. And I understand that frustration. I get that frustration. It makes sense to be frustrated because of that. However, I think that at some point, we are not looking at the right man. You could look at both if you want to. Gang, where's the pressure on the general managers? Where's the pressure on these owners? Where's the pressure on the
Fucking quarterbacks themselves.
Big Ben when his elbow was bigger than my head, bro? Then you had, mind you, that's after you lost the killer bees because Le'Veon Bell just said fuck it and Antonio Brown went crazy. But fuck that. Let's stick with quarterback. So Big Ben with the elbow big as my head. Then you had Mason Rudolph. Then you had Duck Hodges. Then you went back to Mason Rudolph. Then you get this, chat. Then you draft first round draft pick. You go out there, you take your time, you breathe, and you select Kenny Pickett. Kenny fucking Pickett. His hands are smaller than the fucking ball. Like, significantly. Then guess what? After all of that, you go back to Mason Rudolph. Then you go to Justin Fields. Then you go Broncos country. Let's ride Russ. Then you go to 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers, who is somehow the best name I've mentioned. Then in his final moments, if you watch the game to the end, who suited up and threw the last pass in this game for us? Mason Rudolph. We just never gave the man a quarterback. Never gave him a quarterback. And who do we hire? All the people that are so proud that, like, rejoicing, even because I know some fans have to be rejoicing. But who do we hire? Who do we hire? Zach Taylor? He can't lose his job, and nobody wants that nigga. Oh, do you hire the other two that were in your division? Kevin Stefanski or John Harbaugh? The other guy known for not winning major games with Lamar fucking Jackson? I'm just fully of the mindset, bro. We saw what the man looked like with the quarterback, let alone with the quarterback and a running back, let alone the quarterback and a running back and a wide receiver. We saw what this man did with this defense despite not having a quarterback. Can you imagine if this defense didn't have to play every snap of every goddamn game outside of 3 downs consecutively because their offense is never doing anything of substance? Effective immediately, we're either going to stay the same. My hot take is I can foresee us staying the exact same. I can foresee us somehow still going 9-8 because the roster is of mediocrity on the offensive side of the ball, and I think is rather great, at least very good on the defensive side of the ball. So I actually think unless we bring a dumbass, we might still go 9-8. We might still do it. That's my hot take. But if we're significantly worse, or if we're just, we're 9-8, but luck of schedule, or this is obviously a worse coach team, I wouldn't be surprised at that either because, gang, Mike Tomlin, real good. Guarantee you now, spots are either going to open up or people are going to hire Mike Tomlin unless he's just done coaching. Y'all have an okay offense. DK Metcalf is our receiver 1, dog. I'm sorry. Now, if you like DK, okay, fine. I don't think DK is the worst receiver 1 in the league. I don't think CA3 is a WR2, though, personally. Jalen Warren is a cool running back, not a great one. I do like Gainwell as RB2, though. That's a fantastic RB2. Offensive line, we could have had DK and Pickens, but we're about to be some shit. We're about to be some shit, bro. I'm being so serious. Whoever gets this nigga is instantaneously going to be in the playoffs, and they're going to probably win. That's gonna be my other hot take. This nigga's gonna win wherever he goes. Wherever he goes, that team is not going to be ass unless he wants to rebuild an entire project. Even then, I think that he will significantly be a floor raiser of said ass team. Furthermore, wherever this nigga goes, y'all can be like, oh, shit. Yeah, the quarterback position that y'all sit there and glaze matters. The quarterback position that a quarterback can be surrounded by the worst roster in the fucking league, but he's great. He loses the game and it's his fault. Yeah, that same position, y'all are going to finally realize fucking mattered in regards to Mike Tomlin not being able to win a goddamn playoff game. Where, fun fact, I don't know if y'all know this about other playoff teams. They're actually pretty good teams. God damn, bruh. But despite all the rage I got for it, I understand it, bro. I do. I'm not gonna yell, not gonna punch the camera, not gonna do too much. I'm upset. I'm very upset. But I saw this coming.